But let's go ahead and move on to the leftoid news, because like I'm gonna lose my mind on the right. That's why I watch people like Tim Pool, because he isn't saying anything about it. I hope that he says something about everybody lying tonight on Timcast, but we'll see. We'll see. I doubt it, because it's not important enough. It's just insane.
The current government shutdown is the longest in U.S. history. And The Guardian says Republicans are showing the first noticeable crack, but this is largely around...
Yeah, the Republicans, you know what they're going to do? They're going to keep perpetuating this, even though the Democrats are the ones who are shutting it down. They're going to perpetuate this, and then they're just going to allow it to happen. They're all of it was just going to be for nothing. That's what's going to happen. That's what happens every fucking time. Dude, I hate the left and I hate the right. And it's really just the people that are in the media.
ACA benefits, and I got some insider information for you guys. There are a couple theories as to what is currently going on. I believe the government shutdown right now is largely a protest by Democrats trying to cause PR damage to Republicans. Republicans control all the government. So Democrats are saying it's their fault. They could just vote to open it, which is not true, because in the Senate, they need 60 or so votes, I think around 60, to actually pass the budget. Democrats are refusing to sign on, and it's because of the healthcare for illegal immigrants. They've claimed to the media that it has nothing to do with healthcare for illegal immigrants, but that's a lie. What they're actually trying to give is anybody who entered the country illegally who simply says the word asylum is now a legal entrant, they argue, which would extend benefits to them. I think the shutdown was extended specifically so that Democrats could attend the No Kings protest, so that they could pump this up and allocate their resources in this direction. Many people agree with the assessment, but now it looks like we're having internal communications that prove just this. On MSNBC, they basically admit it. They are saying outright, guess what? It was bad optics. Bad optics, they call it, to open the government before the protest could happen. Let me play this clip for you.
Well, first of all, the president has been very active throughout this process, but it's also his position that this is a thing that the Senate needs to work out. A lot of our friends in the Senate have said that it was just bad optics for Democrats to open the government before the No Kings rally, and that now there's a shot that this week things will come together and very quickly the moderate Democrats will move forward and get us an open government, at which point we could negotiate whatever policies they want to negotiate with regular order. Now, I was very pleased to see that my friend Senator Shaheen from New Hampshire, a very sound-minded Democrat, came out and supported opening the government on Friday. So it means that there's sort of cracks in the Schumer armor. I think the Schumer shutdown is likely to end sometime this week. But I can tell you that if the story that we've been basically hearing from moderates that, look, we just can't do it in front of the No Kings rally, if that ends up not being true, then I think that the White House is going to have to look very closely, along with Russ Vought, at stronger measures that we could take to bring them to the table.
So the funny thing here, I think Democrats can't reopen the government, ever. They can't. They're going to argue that Trump is a king, and we don't want any kings, and so we have to resist the king. How are you going to then go and vote to give the king all the money he's asking for, even if it is just for ACA benefits? The Guardian says the U.S. government shutdown extended to its 20th day on Monday with no resolution in sight, as a prominent Republican lawmaker publicly broke ranks with party leadership over the decision of Mike Johnson. Marjorie Taylor Greene on Monday morning criticized Johnson's strategy. The House should be in session working. We should be finishing appropriations. Our committees should be working. We should be passing bills that make President Trump's executive orders permanent. I have no respect for the decision to refuse to work. I agree with that. Get the job done.
Yep. It's fucking bullshit that, the government shut down. Democrats shut down the government. So you're just going to not work? You're just going to do nothing? You're on vacation? What the fuck?
The call out from Greene, who is aligned with the right flank of her party.
I don't even like Marjorie Taylor Greene. She was the one who came up with the Jewish space lasers. Like, come on.
Is the first noticeable crack levied on Johnson's hardline approach from the GOP, blah, blah, blah. Democrats did this so they could join the protest, and Democrats don't want to reopen the government because they want to make a political statement, and they want to hurt the right. Well, let's take a look at what CNN says. Trump admin and government shutdown updates. Before I read this, I will tell you. Hey, we at Timcast, we've interviewed many people who have previously worked in government, at the time weren't in government, and now are in government, and at the time were in government as well. So I know many people who are currently working in government and had been working in government. Let me tell you, rumors around the Beltway, this shutdown could go past Christmas. Democrats have no reason whatsoever to give in to the Republicans' demands and vote yes. Literally none. There is no benefit.
Yeah, because if they don't bring in the illegal immigrants, if they don't allow illegal immigrants, then they have no more votes.
Right now, the longer this goes on, the general public blames the Republicans. Not that I really care about the government shutdown, but there are people who are not going to get paid. Trump is saying the military has to get paid, and he's pulling funds to pay them. But their liberals are now arguing this is illegal, and he could be impeached for doing it because he's pulling funds without approval from Congress, who controls the purse.
Yep.
That's why Democrats are doing this.
Fucking, it's so mixed up. It is so mixed up. Fuck them. Fuck them. Do it anyway. Like, what is the problem, dude?
They want Trump to hurt. They want people to think Republicans are the ones who are at fault.
I know so many people who think that people think that the Republicans are behind the shutdown. You know who's behind the shutdown? I'll tell you who's behind the shutdown. It's both of them. Both parties are fucking evil. They're fucking evil. I'm telling you, dude, it is ridiculous.
Well, that may work. But I'll tell you this, I don't care. One of the benefits that Trump is receiving from this play is that they're able to fire a ton of government employees the longer the government is shut down. So Democrats want to play this game. Trump can play it too. And I think in the end, Trump gets what he wants, even if it hurts them in the long run.
I think that that the leftoids are gonna get the dumbass sheep leftoids to crash out and cause violence by the end of this. There's gonna be riots over this, and a lot of people are gonna die. And then you know what's gonna happen? Republicans are gonna be like, we don't want any more people to die, so we're just gonna allow the Democrats to do everything that they want to do.
I think the attitude from Trump is, let's take what we can get and get it out of there. But let me do this. We've got this from Kalshi. There's a couple things I want to show you from Kalshi. How long will the government shutdown last? 37 days is the current forecast, though it recently declined. I think it's absolutely hilarious. But people are saying more than 34 days, which means at least a couple more weeks. But I do want to do this. Let's jump to the front page of Kalshi. Let's go to politics.
The good thing that's coming out of this is the government's not doing anything. So that's kind of a good thing. Because they usually only do bad things.
Let's see if we can... there's the government shutdown. We're scrolling through here. I want to find the cap on gambling loss reduction repeal, though. That's interesting. We're going to have to search for midterm. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Will the Democrats hold a midterm convention? How many seats will they lose? What I want to find is which party will win next year. This one matters. We can see here it's kind of leveled off, but it's supposed to be 90%, 80% for Democrats because historically the opposition party wins. Well, right now, based on a Supreme Court hearing on redistricting, as well as Democrats' general political failures,
this is going to lead to civil war, man. Every single thing, we just inch closer and closer, and things get crazier and crazier. Especially with that No Kings protest that was like mostly peaceful, which it actually was this time. There wasn't any like cities being burned down. But that's just creating more negative sentiment. And like, I'm cool with the protests happening. I'm just not cool with the messaging, and I'm not cool with what's going to happen in the future. I know where this leads. Whenever all of these people are against Trump, and all the other people are against the Democrats, the leftoids, this is going to end in civil war. And I don't even like to say that, but I don't see any other option unless we just fire every single person on the left and on the right in the government and start over. And all the people that we fired are not allowed back in there. And if you make a certain amount of money, get the fuck out. You're not allowed. If you're a CEO, you're not allowed. If you have ties to businesses, you're not allowed. That's the only fucking way we get through this, that we get around this. It's just going to keep getting worse.
It's almost 50-50. It's currently, the current number is 50, is that what it is, 57? Well, the last number, October 20, no, it's 55.9 to 44.1. So just
what's going to happen is you're going to have Democrats get in and destroy everything that we love, and Republicans are going to ban the rest of it. And we're just going to have nothing.
Call it 55 to 45. That's crazy. Now, Kalshi's not polls, it's a prediction market. But it is pretty nuts, if you ask me, that this is even possible.
If the Republicans win forever, everything's just going to get banned. Instead of coming in and changing culture and destroying culture, they're just going to outright ban culture. And I fucking hate it, dude. It's so bad on both sides, and everybody's like, oh, both sidesism, fuck them all. I've got a link down there in the comments. You should definitely click it. Donate to the Fables Folly Farm. It's not really called that, but you know, that's what I'm going to call it, because I am the one taking the donations for it. It goes directly to the farm. Even though they go to me, it goes to the farm. So you should definitely click that. It helps out so much, man. We're trying to build community here. We're trying to do really cool things here. And yes, I stole that slogan from Nick Nocturnal. So click the link.